Hey YouTube, this is Carrie scrapping for a dart. This is part 2 of our video series for the weekend. We wanted to show you some of the things we found at yard sales that we're going to be selling on eBay. So let's get to it. We'll start off with these three, they're called Pony Boy brand cap guns. They're fair condition. One's got a pretty bad grip on it, but people buy these for parts. So we'll be listing those. This, I'm still not sure what it is. It's a little dune buggy. I think it is like a training, like roller skate for a kid. It's adjustable, but it's pretty cool. I couldn't find any maker marks on it, so I've never seen one. So I'm going to be listing that and see how we do. We got a Cabbage Patch doll that my wife found. I think it was 50 cents. It's an original from the 80s. It's not a reproduction. Back to the board games, lots more. Again, Monopoly games. I buy them for the parts. People collect the tokens. They use the houses and hotels either as replacement parts for their games, or they use them for crafts or whatever. So buy those. If you can get those games for $1 or $2, you'll make your money back. Another Clue Simpsons. Again, I buy these. I set these out for you to see. I mean, I could sell the game as a whole, but by the time I mess with shipping on a big game like that, I'd rather just pull out these parts. All the little tokens from The Simpsons, those sell. Also, unused score sheets sell, so keep that in mind when you're at yard sales. Again, the deluxe Monopoly, these are even better finds if you can find them, because the metal tokens in there are gold toned, and there's like a special train in that series. And then the houses and hotels, and these are wooden, like the old school ones, so people buy those. This was really a cool score. It's an original Clue from 1949. It was at $1. The guy we bought it from said it was left in the house. When they moved in, it was in the basement. These are cool because the original game parts, the palms are wooden, and then like look how big the metal tokens are in these games compared to like the newer games. Like the gun, the candlestick is huge. I think it's missing a few parts, but still people will buy this stuff. Even the dice are the vintage translucent red. And it's just pretty cool. So this one I'll probably actually try to sell all together. I'll probably make a little bit more that way. And then this was a really cool score. Same house, the Waltons TV show game. Same thing. Pretty good condition. The box had a few split corners, but it has a complete set of cards. And there's no tokens in this game, but it didn't have any to begin with. It was just played with cards. So that's a good score for $1. Found this tin or little bin of Legos. Legos are really expensive, so when you find them, buy them. When you're only paying $1 for something like this, you're going to make a lot of money. And this is a vintage. It's from Space series of some kind, I don't know. But it's actually got, you know, parts like this. And we'll be listing that. And then we had this little Jeep. I remember as a kid having a set, something like this, with all the little army figures. But this is actually made by Aurora. That's mainly more known for like the model kits like I collect, but they did make some toy stuff, so those will sell. And this we didn't buy to resell. We found this at a sale that had, I mean, they had like 1,000 old cameras and projectors like this, but we've been looking for one for a long time to play like our parents and grandparents had all the old reels for their projectors, but their projectors are long gone. But we want to see the movies again, so you want to look for stuff like this. The only bad thing is this thing does work. Works really good. We tested it before we bought it. But you gotta find the reels for it, and this one didn't have the reel, so I have to look for that. And also, if the lights ever burn out in these things, I looked on eBay and they want like $60 or $70 for bulbs for old projectors. So if you can ever find projector bulbs, buy them, because you're gonna make a lot of money on them. So that's about all we found. We didn't find a lot for eBay this week, but we made up for that with all the scrap stuff that we found. And you probably watched that video yesterday. So anyway, we'll get to the price list here. Okay, so we got our items, our purchase price, potential sale or scrap value. So we had the cap guns. We paid $1.50 for all three. Projected sale $9.99. Little dune buggy training skate, I have no idea. We paid $0.25. It might go for 10, it might go for a lot more, I don't know. The Cabbage Patch doll, 50 cents. They go for about 10 bucks a piece. The games here, the Simpsons Clue, we paid $1.75. We'll probably get 10 for the tokens. Same with the Monopoly, 10. The deluxe edition, I looked them up. Sometimes they sell, you know, anywhere from $8 to $15, so I'm just averaging 12. The 1949 Clue game, paid $1, probably get 15 or more. The Walton's game, those actually went up. Some of them were over 40 that sold, so I'm just going to put 20 as an average. We paid $1. That little Aurora Army Jeep, 50 cents, probably get $5 for it. The Space Legos, paid $1. You know, we'll get 20 for sure out of those, maybe more. And then from the video yesterday, we had some things that we bought as scrap, to scrap, and we'll make money on that. We had that box of wire, and we paid 3. It's 19 pounds, by $1 a pound, $19. The 2 Dell towers, paid 8. I remember from some videos I did a long time ago, I'm getting between $10 and $13 a tower, so I'm just going to average 10 a piece. That's 20. The vintage golf club cart, I looked them up. Some sell, some don't. I'm not going to mess with Craigslist on it. I'm just going to tear it apart and sell the cast. It's 12 pounds in cast, 50 cents a pound, looking about $6 there. Those bags that we had from that church sale, they were stuffed full. They averaged about 20 pounds a piece, just full of all kinds of stuff that I found. I was just throwing stuff in bags. It came out to about 16 pounds in aluminum and the non-magnetic stainless from all the pots and pans we found. 50 cents a pound, about $8. 2 pounds of ornamental brass, which means, you know, stuff that was decorative, like paperweights and stuff like that. It was $1.60 a pound. We had 320 there. We had about 4 pounds with the home phone, the cordless home phones and the cell phones. I get $3.50 a pound. That's $14. We had about 2 pounds of stainless steel flatware. That was magnetic, so I mean non-magnetic. So 50 cents there. It's $1, 50 cents a pound. $1 a pound. We had for some jumper cable ends, and then there's a candle holder that was copper. That's number 2 copper at $2.50 a pound, so we'll get $2.50 for that. There was probably 23 pounds or so of assorted and all kinds of electronic stuff. There's like little radios, hair curlers, hair dryers. There's even an electric can opener, stuff like that. After I tear it all apart, cut the cords, pull out the motors and all that stuff, we'll probably get about $10 for that. There was 10 pounds of assorted, you know, like nails, screws, stuff like that. There was some vent covers and stuff like that I just grabbed and stuffed in the bags. 4 cents a pound, 40 cents. And then there's 2 pounds of, probably in the plug-in style that you cut off, that I cut off anyway, those plastic transformers. I get 20 cents a pound for those, so we have about 40 cents there. And then the stuff that we got for free scrap, there's a few more pots and pans, about 8 pounds worth, $4. There's that brass mirror backing, was about a pound, so that's $1.60. And then there's all that assorted steel and tin from all the other stuff that we got, about 40 cents worth there. Then we'll move on to the fees from our purchases and our gas and stuff. So for everything that we bought, we paid $27.50. The eBay PayPal fees would be about $17.07. Gas $6, supplies $4. I included in this the shipping to clients on the boards, because I sell the boards. I have to ship them and pay the shipping. It'll be about $10. So our total will be $64.57. What we will get at the scrapyard, you know, this is it'd be $90.50, and then that's including what I'll get from the client purchases. And then our total potential eBay sales will be $121.94. So the grand totals, we take that $121.94 plus the $90.50 that we'll get in scrap and from client purchases. And we subtract out all the fees, and we end up with $147.87 divided by about 4 hours spent. Gives us $36.97 an hour. And that's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoy our videos. We're just still amazed on what we found and what we got on that Craigslist haul. I went through some of it last night, and it's just insane. And I found just a ton of memory, CPU chips and stuff, and we're gonna make maybe triple our money. But anyway, I'm gonna start doing a series of videos on that as well, because there's no way I can cram all that into a couple videos. I think I'll just do a little bit each week and break it down even more and show you what I find. So anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.